High-value men are financially responsible and generous, but don't get it twisted. They'll test your relationship with money too. Hello and welcome to iDIVAS. For those of you who don't know, I'm Tricia and I'm passionate about inspiring women to not just hang in there, but to thrive. Ladies, let's keep it real. Men, whether they're high value or low value, test women. Sometimes it's conscious, sometimes it's unconscious, but it's always part of the dating game. The how, though, that's where we separate the boys from the men. Low value men test your patience, self-esteem, and your willingness to tolerate nonsense. Actual men, high value men, they test your integrity, independence, and emotional intelligence, not to annoy you, but to make sure you're on the same wavelength. So how do these tests play out in real life? In this video, I'll go through the messy antics of low-value men and contrast them with the refined ways high-value men approach testing women. More importantly, I'll show you how to respond to both groups of men so you ace their tests every time. So let's get started. Number one, the time test. Low-value men usually don't respect your time at all. A low-value guy will hit you up at 2 a.m. with a "you up" text, as if your life revolves around his impulses. Plans, non-existent. He might flake, show up late, or expect you to work around his messy schedule. His message is really clear. Your time is less important than mine. And he's testing you to see if you agree. Just ghost him. Nobody has time for that. Manners is not exactly this guy's specialty. On the other hand, though, a high-value man values his time and yours. He makes plans, confirms them, and shows up on time. But here's the catch. He'll also watch how you handle his time. Are you punctual? Do you respect his commitments? He's testing to see if you both view time as a resource worth protecting. Just show the same respect he gives you. The second test is the boundary test. Low-value men are boundary bulldozers. They'll push, prod, and guilt trip you to see just how much they can get away with. When they overstep, don't tiptoe around them. Shut them down with a firm, "No, that doesn't work for me," and leave it at that. There's no need to explain why his lack of respect is unacceptable. He already knows. He's just testing you, much like a tantrum-prone 4-year-old, seeing how far he can push when he doesn't get his way. Now, high-value men respect boundaries, but they also value consistency. If you set aside, for instance, Sunday mornings for self-care, he might casually ask if you like to grab coffee or breakfast at that time, but he won't pressure you. This isn't about breaking your boundaries. It's his subtle way of seeing if you truly honor them. By sticking to your routine, you show that you respect yourself and the commitments you've made to your well-being. Instead of bending over backwards to accommodate him, respond with something like, "I appreciate your understanding my Sunday routine. Let's plan for later or another day." This reinforces your self-respect while showing him that you're open to spending time together on terms that work for both of you. And then number 3, the money test. Low-value men are slick with this one. They'll forget their wallet, insist on splitting every bill, or worse, guilt trip you for liking nice places. Their goal? To test if you'll carry them financially while they dodge responsibility. Don't fall for the okie doke, ladies. Walk away block his number, and move on. A man who can't manage his finances or respects yours isn't worth another second of your time. High-value men are financially responsible and generous. But don't get it twisted. They'll test your relationship with money too. If you're constantly dropping hints about expensive gifts or always choosing expensive outings, trust me, he'll notice. High-value men don't toss their cash around like confetti. They're intentional with their generosity. When he treats you to a nice dinner or buys you something really meaningful, it's not just about being kind. It's a vibe check. He's looking for gratitude, not entitlement. So show class. Thank him sincerely. Let him know you appreciate his generosity and offer to treat him next time. And follow through. He'll respect that because real partnerships thrive on mutual respect and effort, not one-sided generosity. And fourth, the friendship test. A low-value man will either avoid introducing you to his friends and family altogether, or worse, let you meet them and allow them to subtly disrespect you. His inner circle often includes single, bitter men who love to take jabs at women, making offhanded jokes at your expense. And what does he usually do? Nothing. He'll just sit back passively watching, as if testing how much disrespect you're willing to tolerate. If you bring it up, he'll brush you off as overreacting. Don't waste your breath or time. Take the disrespect as your cue to leave. Low-value men don't believe it's their job to defend or protect a woman. It's basically part of their charm. You deserve better. But a high-value man will invite you into his world and quietly observe how you move. Are you friendly without being clingy? Can you hold your own conversations? Do you vibe with his friends and family? Unlike low-value guys, high-value men surround themselves with impressive people, making it a much rewarding space to be in. The secret? Be warm, engaging, and confident, but read the room. You don't want to come off as annoying or overbearing, or you'll lose his interest fast. For instance, if you're vegan at a dinner with his meat-loving friends, don't launch into a TED Talk about the evils of consuming animals. Respect their choices. Let the people enjoy their steak and focus on keeping the good vibes flowing. A high-value man loves a woman who's graceful, adaptable, and knows how to handle herself with class. Number 5, the independence test. Low-value men test your independence by trying to snuff it out. He'll throw out sarcastic comments about your career or hobbies, masking his insecurity with little digs to see if you'll shrink your ambitions to make him feel bigger. His ego can't handle your glow. Drop him faster than his self-esteem drops when a confident woman walks into the room. Now, a high-value man, on the other hand, tests your independence by giving you space. He's not ignoring you. He's seeing if you can thrive without constant attention or validation. If he's buried in work for a few days, will you be able to handle it with grace or spiral into needy texts? Ladies, don't go there. Match his energy instead. Keep thriving in your lane. And, do your own thing. If he's the real deal, he'll circle back as soon as he's free, because high-value men always make time for what matters. Number 6, the respect test. A low-value man tests your respect for him while offering none in return. Maybe he'll make a crass joke at your expense or interrupts you incessantly during conversations. When you call it out, he brushes it off. Gently remind him respect is mutual. If he can't respect you, this obviously is not going to work. A high-value man is way more polished and respectful, but watches how you treat people around you. Waitstaff, strangers, or even yourself. If you're kind, patient, and poised, you pass the test. If you're rude or entitled, acting like a Karen, he'll notice, all right. Let your actions speak. Treat everyone with respect, and it'll leave a lasting, positive impression in his mind. So why do these tests matter? Low-value men test women to manipulate, control, and exploit. Their tests are rooted in insecurity and selfishness, and passing them often means sacrificing your self-worth. High-value men test women to determine compatibility and mutual respect. Their tests may be intentional, but they're not cruel. They want to ensure that they're investing in someone who matches their values and energy. The next time you feel like a man is testing you, take a moment to reflect. Is it coming from a place of respect or manipulation? If it's the latter, look, don't even bother playing along. Low-value men will drain you faster than your phone battery on a long trip with no charger. But if it's a high-value man, treat it as an opportunity to really shine. Stand firm in your boundaries, show gratitude, and demonstrate the qualities that make you the high-value woman that you are. And remember, the goal isn't just to pass a man's test, it's to make sure he passes yours simultaneously too. That's it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.